Hi guys, it's me again, Instructor Green, twice in one day. Wow! But again, we have so much going on that it's just easier to kind of talk you through this, show you some examples, and so in addition to the written, explanation or directions, I'm sending you this video as well to kind of hopefully make things clearer. But I had some questions about the professional networking assignment, which is due week 9. Basically, my goal is to get you out and talking to a teacher who's in the field right now. Professional networking is definitely the number one way to get a job. And as you know, going on with your program, you're going to need to have field sites. So the more people you kind of get out there and talk to and start to establish a relationship with, that might make it easier when you need to call on somebody and say, hey, I need a field site to conduct my field work for my courses. Okay, but keep the conversation light, keep it moving, kind of keep it organic as to where the teacher wants to go. But you're basically on a fact-finding mission about who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I gave you a list of questions here that you can ask, but you can either use those or not. But one thing you want to kind of get to are the last two questions here. Have they noticed a change in attitudes towards multiculturalism since they started teaching? Have they noticed a change in students since they started teaching? And what are their thoughts on multiculturalism? If you touch on those and kind of center your conversation around that and let them tell you what they think, you're going to be good to go. And I'm sure that any teacher will be able to run with it. Preferably a veteran teacher who's had a lot of experience, but I understand if you can't, then you're if you have a first year teacher, that's also good as well. So whatever you can do, whatever teacher you can get in front of, go for that way. Okay, and now moving on. I have to say that probably one of the most exciting things in this course for me has been the SoE presentations. And I know you guys are probably like, what? But I think that it's transformed the way our discussions have gone because week in and week out, you guys consistently tell me that the discussions are the most engaging and surprising part of the course, whether it be to see your name with a quote attached to it and then kind of see how significant that is. I think is a powerful thing, and then to see the camaraderie between you and your classmates and how you're very similar in a lot of ways, that has also been uplifting and inspiring. It's been inspiring for me as well. So, as you know, each week I've commented at least in your note with the notable quotes, and lately I've started the one word to describe you type thing, or one word or phrase to describe you instead in your grading. Also, that's posted in the announcement area. And what I decided was rather than do the other project that we used to do, and I'm not even going to talk about that as not to confuse you, we're going to do this. We're going to do a final project using those SoE presentations from each week, and you are going to capture yourself from copying and pasting your quote to a presentation and then providing some context for that. So here's what you do. What I'm going to do, you go through to do for this final project. It's just going to be easier if I show you. You're going to go through each week and find your quote, word, or phrase that I attributed to you from SoE. Okay, so what I've done is you're going to create a PowerPoint presentation. And, okay, so you're going to put your name, notable quotes, and then SoE 112 Fall 2015, okay? And then week 1, you're going to write the topic on top, and you can use PowerPoint, Prezi, or any other presentation program you're comfortable with. That doesn't matter to me. But week 1, you're going to write the topic, which was cultural and linguistic differences. And then Gianna, our great Gianna, I used you as an example. I hope you don't mind. But I wanted to give you guys an example of what I'm looking for this. So Gianna in week 1 said, I was not born in America, so English was not my first language, and it was a difficult experience for me. And then to put that in context, discussion prompt 1 started a discussion about how about how culture and language affect children who speak a language other than English. That's not the greatest context, but I'll give you another example. And then week 2, the topic was multicultural and anti-bias issues and assumptions. Gianna said, I feel that I have been constantly developing new perspectives. And this week, our discussion was about our perspectives and thoughts on multiculturalism and anti-bias attitudes. We were encouraged to blend our personal experience with the text and video resources for the week. So it can be something that simple, just to kind of explain what that means. And then by week 3, you put the topic. Then week 4, then week 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then at the end, there's a final post. The most important things I learned in this course are dot dot dot. The things I wish I learned more about are dot dot dot. And if you need to add more dots to the most important things you learned, go for it. If you need to take away or add to the things you wish you learned more about, feel free to do that as well. But that gives you an idea of the kind of presentation. And what I'm hoping, what I think is going to happen is you're going to have all these words and phrases and quotes. You can use whatever resources we have used in the course. Like I said, the SoE presentations, the weekly one word or phrases that are attributed to you or given credit to you. You can use those. Um, and then I think that it's going to paint a real picture of who you are. That's what I hope. And then, but if it doesn't, you're going to have a chance to tell me that, or tell me why it doesn't, or explain something that maybe you think was taken out of context. But again, it's a pretty open project. I want you guys to run with it. I think it's exciting. I think it's going to kind of turn out to be something beautiful, if that's the proper word to say for this. But I'm going to post this in the announcement area, and feel free to ask questions or on something you don't understand. But you guys are doing awesome. Don't forget to submit the CIQ for this week. I posted another video about that. I'm very pleased with how you've come along. I couldn't, be happier with how the discussions are going. I think better than I've ever done. And of course, not me, and I'm not saying it's about me, it's about you, but better than I've become better at getting you guys to talk and not being, whenever I post, the supposed authority and end the discussion. I think the discussions are richer and more in depth, and that is what we're after in this thing we call online learning. So, very pleased with you. For those of you this is your first course, you're doing great. I appreciate your hard work, and don't hesitate to contact me. Don't forget the 15-minute rule. Okay.